The top cop of California finally endorsed one of the creators of the private prison industrial complex. That's right, Kamala Harris has endorsed Joe Biden, and let's be honest, I don't think anybody's surprised, but we're going to talk about it anyway. Thanks for tuning in. What is going on, everybody? Thank you all so much for tuning into this live stream segment of Mika Says Ukasa. And of course, as always, I am your humble host, Nico House. So Kamala Harris has come out to endorse Joe Biden, and there are a lot of questions about this. Like, first of all, what the hell happened to Joe Biden super racist? I thought that was a thing. I remember that debate. Remember, that little girl was me. Remember that? Remember that whole thing? You literally tried to assert that Joe Biden was a racist. You fundraised, like, we can't even forget it happened. You fundraised off of it. You created a shirt like that was immediately posted and available for it was available to buy in the middle of the debate. You just had this shit ready to go, and you were like, oh man, Joe Biden is a racist segregationist who worked with other segregationists, and we shouldn't vote for him because he's a racist. And then you tell a bunch of people to vote for him despite the assertion that he's a racist. Man, can you believe this is the same woman who announced her candidacy on Martin Luther King's birthday? Ain't this some shit? Woo. I'm sure you made him proud, Kamala. I'm sure you made him proud. Now, let's be honest, y'all. Let's be honest. I'm pretty sure that the only reason that Kamala feels like she has to endorse Joe Biden is because she's appreciative of Joe Biden really making her career possible as a prosecutor. Because if it wasn't for Joe Biden creating all those private prisons, then where was Kamala going to throw all the innocent black men she put in jail? I mean, she would have really been in the dilly of a pickle otherwise, right? So I'm sure she feels a debt of gratitude to Joe Biden at this point. We all knew it was a facade. We all knew she really didn't care about any of the things Joe Biden had done. And in fact, it turned out that she had even participated in, although not as directly, but she participated in trying to shut down the same bus program or same type of busing program that Joe Biden was trying to shut down, working with segregationists to do so. And the busing program that Kamala tried to shut down had the exact same goal, trying to integrate the school system. What I find interesting about this is that Tulsi tried to tell them, didn't she? She said Kamala is full of shit. Not so many words, but it's basically what she said. And the K-Hive attacked Tulsi for it. How dare you? How dare you say my leader is just trying to pander for votes and she doesn't really care about the black community? Why would you ever say something like that? It's not like she's going to endorse Joe Biden after she tried to call him a racist. It's not like she would do anything like that. She's authentic. No, she's not. She's not authentic. But Tulsi tried to tell him. She did. But that's okay, y'all. See, I didn't want to listen to Tulsi, so Tulsi went ahead and took care of Kamala herself. That's all. But what's interesting about this on a serious note is the timing of this endorsement. Now, I think that most progressives who have been paying attention absolutely expected Kamala Harris to endorse Joe Biden. The thing was that a lot of us expected her to endorse Joe Biden before South Carolina, right? Where 30% of the population is black, and the majority of the Democratic voters there are black as well. A lot of people expected her to endorse before Super Tuesday, where they go through the quote unquote Southern Firewall. And a lot of people expected definitely for her to endorse him ahead of California, where he would need the help. Now, that actually made me question, well, why the hell would they do it after the Southern Firewall when those black votes were absolutely needed? You needed those votes in a landslide, essentially. And it made me wonder, did they tell Kamala not to endorse because she's doing so badly with the black vote that it could actually hurt Joe Biden? Do you think that's what happened? So I did some sleuthing. And it turns out that actually might have been exactly why they asked Kamala not to endorse before Super Tuesday. Because at one of her highest polls by the end of her campaign, in one of her best polls in South Carolina, for example, she was only doing 5% with the black vote. There was a 4.6% margin of error in that poll, which means she could be doing at 0% in the black vote. You know what I'm saying? In other words, yeah, you got 5% of the black vote, but that's a margin of error, of 4.6%. So probably closer to 1 or 2%. So there's a good possibility, a very good possibility, that they made Kamala Harris wait to endorse Joe Biden because they're like, look, Biden doesn't need you to get the black vote. He got Obama. So how about you just chill out over there, because any endorsement you give, we know it ain't your fault that Tulsi did you like that, okay? We know it ain't your fault, but it happened nonetheless. And any endorsement you give might just hurt Joe Biden. So just chill over there until after Super Tuesday. We'd appreciate it. Don't worry, we'll still give you your 40 acres and a mule. But Joe Biden has to remember, and I'm not sure he's going to remember that deal. So you have to hope. I don't know. There's another possibility as well, by the way. There's a possibility that Kamala doesn't want Joe Biden to win. There's a possibility that she does not like Joe Biden, and she was forced to endorse him by the establishment if she wants any career after the 2020 primary election. She didn't look very enthusiastic in her endorsement video. Maybe she waited and was like, look, you're hurt. Maybe she was planning on saying, look, you're hurting with the black vote. If he would have lost handily on Super Tuesday, you need my endorsement. Promise me the VP spot. Maybe that's what she thought. I don't know. Ben Riley. Man, Rev Jesse Jackson is backing Bernie Sanders, so it's all good. Yeah, I know. I kind of figured that was coming, though. Reverend Jesse Jackson has expressed a few times this year that he likes both Bernie Sanders and Tulsi Gabbard. Jesse Jackson actually personally invited Tulsi to a barbecue that she was at in Chicago at one point during the election. It was dope. Jesse Jackson was, he's up and down. He endorsed Hillary Clinton, I believe, in 2016. And then at some point actually kind of trash talked Bernie. And it was frustrating. It was frustrating to see because, bro, you got, Bernie endorsed you at one point when you ran for president. And then he kind of stabbed Bernie in the back. But hey, what's surprising? Bernie endorsed Obama too. Campaigned for him. So I'm glad that Jesse Jackson went on to right that wrong, though. Bernie wins California and look, that's a whole different discussion. We're gonna talk about that win in California. It ain't looking like how it's supposed to be looking. I'm gonna tell you that. We gotta wait. We're waiting for some more information to come down the pipe, but we're gonna try our hardest to get Bernie to challenge that election. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for tuning in to this live stream segment of Mika Says Su Casa. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed. You know how that game goes. Follow us on Rockfin, ROKFIN.com/Nico. Of course, you can also just click on the link in the description below. But hey, more than anything else, always remember, find your balance. Peace.